So let's talk about misconception.
Hmm.
This is big in our culture. I mean,
Ah,
when I say our culture, I mean Black African ethnic city and all. It's a very big thing. Let's know what you think about misconception. What do you think people have a better understanding on, especially when it comes to dealing with neurodivergent children or people in general, really?
um, and I think that's why I don't like that autism label,
Yeah,
because you almost suggest that this person, this is how this person will be
you
for
already
life,
put them in a box.
in a box.
Yeah.
Um, if I could tell any parent,
Mm.
any individual that is supporting children or individuals, no matter the
Yeah.
age, you need to remind yourself that every child can learn, because the autism diagnosis almost suggests to you that this nothing can change. This is how it's a stamp.
This is how,
Bam.
yeah, for life.
But if I could tell every child, it gets better.
Mm.
It gets better. But there is an intentionality to that.
Yeah.
It doesn't just get better. Q Sarah Sarah. No,
Mm.
you have to be
You work.
intentional about teaching. I'm very
Absolutely.
big on teaching
On teaching.
children at home.
Yeah.
At home, the
Mm.
teachers will do their own.
Mm.
The healthcare professionals,
Mm.
therapies, ABA, and all those other therapies that they use, speech therapy, they'll
Mm.
do their own.
Yeah.
But the learning needs to start at home.
From home. Yeah.
So that is my mantra through life.
Mm.
Even if the child does not get it the first week
Mm.
you start, whatever skill, is it
Yeah.
potty training or reading?
Yeah.
If they don't get it the first week,
Yeah.
keep going,
Mm.
go back, reassess. Okay, am I
Mm.
doing it? Is there something that I can change?
Yeah.
And be committed to it. Every
Mm.
child can learn. You just
Mm.
need to adapt the way you're teaching them.
Mm.
For me, it's routines.
That
That's how
works.
my children have learned
And it's
everything they
working.
learn.
Yeah.
For some other people, they'll tell you play-based teaching is when
Mm.
the child is playing. Turn everything into playing. So,
Mm.
but you see that statement, every child can learn, gives you hope that
Mm.
this child will get it, and they will get
They
it in their
will.
own
They
time.
will. Don't just lose hope.
Don't
Don't
lose
just
hope.
take the diagnosis and hold on to it and say, "Oh, that's it." So, I like what you said when you said, a lot of times when they say to people that, "Oh, this is how the child is, and
Mm.
this is how I am,"
Mm.
and all of that. I hear that a lot,
Mm.
right? Especially where we are
Mm.
here, I hear that a lot. That this is who I am, or this is how my child is,
Is
and this is how it would remain, so to say, in a quote. But recently, I've had to see a lot, especially in the
mm.
neurodivergent
Mm.
community, and I specifically see the way Black ethnic minorities, because we're in the UK, so I
Mm.
call us minority here. The
Majority, some
major
people will say, oh,
global,
majority.
yes, global majority. I see the intentionality in moms, Black moms. Really, I've been seeing that a lot now in teaching their children, telling them things, what to do, what not to do. And thank God for social media, we get to
Mm.
see a whole lot of this now. So that is adding to, in addition to what you say,
Yeah.
that it takes intentionality. We don't just take that label, we don't just take that statement or that misconception that this is who they are, this is how they would remain. I mean,
Mm.
things change.
Things change.
Things change. Just like you said that you don't. I'm trying to remember what that particular statement that you said, that no child can
Yeah.
remain
Yeah.
the
Every
same.
child can learn. Yeah.
Yeah, every child can learn. That's what I'm looking
Every
for. That
child can
every child can learn. You don't say because they have this particular need, this
learn.
is how they would remain forever. But what they need actually is the support around them
You're right.
and intentionality of the people that are supporting them,
Yes.
really. And that is what you are doing for
By
your
the grace
boys,
of God.
by the grace of God. And yeah, the grace of God. And yeah, thank you so much, and well done
Thank you.
doing it as
Thank you.
well. So we discussed very briefly a few minutes ago, I believe, about cultural misconceptions. Do you want to
Sure.
share more on that, please?
To be honest with you, everything I'm sharing now is I've navigated these emotions as well.
Mm,
I've really navigated this emotion, and that is probably why I still struggle with autism diagnosis, because of the cultural influence. But a diagnosis is not a death sentence.
At all.
That is one misconception. One of the concerns we have in our culture, and why a lot of people don't want that diagnosis for their children, even when the children are visibly struggling, is
Mm.
they feel like it places a limitation
On
on the child.
them. Mm.
But it's a misconception, because the way I've seen this concept about autism diagnosis is, if
Mm.
you don't get that label, you don't get access to the resources your children need
Yeah.
or the individual need.
Yeah.
So if parents or families will look at it from that angle, that
Angle.
if the diagnosis is what is going to ensure that I get the help
Mm.
that my child or the individual under my care needs,
Mm.
get the diagnosis so that you can get the help.
Yeah. I mean, not that you go about with it anyway, or you
It's
place it
not
on your
it's
forehead
not a
and say,
passport
I am. No,
that
it's
you carry
not.
along.
It's
You
not.
know,
It's
the,
just so people, especially professionals, take more precaution when they are
they have that context.
supporting. Yeah. Yeah.
And you also have to remember that, if people don't know how to understand your child or
Mm.
understand the individual, that's what the diagnosis helps them. It helps them to have an
A better
understanding.
understanding of it.
That is their own way of understanding.
Yeah.
So let's deal with that misconception that autism
So this
diagnosis is a
goes
life
to
sentence.
our
It's not a
black
death
months.
sentence.
Yes, it's not a death
It's not a death
sentence. So
sentence.
if they're offering your child an assessment for them to be diagnosed, it's not a death sentence. It's just so professionals can help them better, understand them better as well. I mean, no one understands your child better than yourself
Sure.
anyway. But yeah, the professionals can only help. And Eniola, you have been so busy lately,
Oh
really busy
gosh.
to even get you as well. But bless God, you
Mm.
it's for the right cause. So you've been doing a lot of advocacy and awareness, all about neurodivergence, so people can have a better understanding of the special, unique people, and so people can know how well to relate and to support people, especially children with additional needs. And you have this company. I call it a company.
Community.
She has a company. Well,
Well, is
a
it?
community initiative, right? That
Uh,
is called Thriving Beyond the Label. So,
uh,
do you want to tell us more about Thriving Beyond the Label? What inspired it? And I think the answer is pretty much
You're
almost
feeling
obvious. Yeah, what inspired it? And yeah, how are
it.
you getting on with it? And how can we be a part of it? And whoever that is watching us, how they can be a part of it as well.
We talked about a champion speaks.
Yeah,
Before the idea of writing the book, the idea of the community came first. You will
yeah.
not believe it,
Oh,
because I was reflecting on the challenges that I faced at the beginning of my journey, how lonely and isolated
yeah.
I felt.
Mm.
And I knew that there were other families, that are navigating this. And it almost felt like everywhere I was going, I was just, seeing
Right, left, and
families.
center.
So
Mm.
the idea behind traveling beyond the label is just to create a safe space so that
Mm.
people would know that they are not alone.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing I missed at the beginning of
Mm.
my parenting journey.
Mm.
I was really, really, I felt alone.
Yeah.
So the idea is families that are navigating that journey
Mm.
can feel like they're in a community of people that are also navigating that
Yeah.
journey, to share knowledge.
Yeah.
I know I already mentioned that the foundation that we build that community on is partnership with professionals. So each month we
Mm.
have a focus where we talk about things,
Yeah.
but we have been very privileged to have a lot of professionals
That's
from
good.
education,
Yeah.
from social services,
Yeah.
from healthcare,
Yeah.
come and share knowledge with us so that we
Mm.
can support our children.
Yeah.
So that is the core of the community.
That's good.
And we are, like you talked about, um, advocacy is a very big thing, because there is
Mm.
stigma in
It's still
spite of
very
the
much out there.
information that, it seems sometimes it feels like there's a lot of information about autism and neurodivergence. There's still a lot of stigma,
Yeah. Yeah.
and a big part of our mission is to try and reduce that stigma by letting people know that we are really navigating very serious, serious, serious things
Mm.
as families.
Yeah.
We want to try and put people in our shoes
Yeah.
so that they see it from
Yeah.
our
You have the
perspective.
lived
We
experience.
have the lived
Isn't it? Yeah.
experience, and that is why we are trying to do a lot of events to sensitize people. And one of
Mm.
those events we are planning for March, which is a physical event.
That's good.
You can find more about us on, we are all over social media. Every
Yeah.
social media you
So
can find us.
tell us
Thriving
where
Beyond the Label is our handle.
thriving beyond the label.
Yes, our handle. Our
Okay.
website is also
Yeah.
thriving.beyond the label.org.
Good.
And we are planning our event in March. It's a physical event
Okay.
which is focused on communication, because we want to address all the particular boxes. I don't
Good.
like to call challenges, boxes and pockets
Mm.
of needs that our
Yeah.
children have.
Yeah.
So the March event is focused on the breaking down the barriers to communication,
Good.
So we are doing the Lord's work in our own way,
Well done.
and we are encouraging people to
To
join us,
join.
and a lot of
That's
it
good.
does you don't even necessarily have to have a family with lived
Yeah.
experience. You have a duty of care to the people around you to know
Absolutely.
about
I
these
think every
things
parent
as
should
well.
attend actually.
Yeah,
So
so that's what we try to do.
irrespective of
We try to make it's a whole community. It
mm,
takes a village, the whole
mm,
village of individuals,
mm,
that are supporting families like us, the aunties, the teachers, the school,
yeah,
the family friends, the
yeah,
friends, the
yeah,
children.
yeah.
Not to give any spoilers, we'll be promoting the event, and you see, we really
That's
want
good.
people to come and almost feel like they're living with us in our houses, to know what it's like,
That's
so
really
that we
good.
can better understand. I believe that if people know better, they will do
They'll
better.
act better. Definitely. We
That-
need more of you to let to to bring us into your world, to
Hmm.
get people to know more about this.
People
And
are coming up. It takes
yeah.
a while. I wasn't like this. I mean, my children, my first son is 10, my second son is 7. It takes a while to get to this. If you met me a few
Mm.
years ago, I wasn't this vocal. I'm learning that if you want the world to be a better place for your children, you
Yeah.
need to let people come into your world.
Mm.
So by keeping quiet,
Mm.
we're not helping ourselves.
No.
So I encourage more people to begin to talk about these things. We can't stop talking about it.
Mm-mm.
That is the way everyone society can learn, the more we
Mm.
talk about it.
Good. You're doing well.
Thank you.
What will self care mean to you?
Self care.
Because I know you have a whole lot going.
Hmm.
So, how do you create time for yourself? What do you do? And what advice can you give to someone like you?
Self care.
Mm.
Self care means different things to different people.
Yeah.
At what season of my life, before I started having children, self care for me was traveling. Well, I can't do most of that
Yeah.
anymore. So, um, I've replicated my traveling experience by watching it on YouTube. Where I cannot go, I visit it on YouTube. So, self care for me is really carving out a time of rest for
Okay.
yourself. I don't joke with my rest too. When it's
Yeah.
time to sleep, I sleep. So
Yeah.
self care for me is taking time for yourself,
Mm.
trying to find balance. You might
Mm.
not be able to do all the things that you want to do,
Mm.
but what is that thing that is very important for you? Is it rest? Is it your hobby? Is there a particular hobby that is non-negotiable?
Yeah.
Because if you neglect your own interests,
Mm.
you take it out on your children. I went through that season where I was just absorbed with supporting my children up until almost breaking point. And I realized that I was snapping at people, always just snapping at my husband, snapping at my children. And I realized I wasn't giving my children the best because I wasn't giving myself the opportunity to rest. So I started teaching everybody in my house, okay, when mommy closes her room door at
Mm.
weekends and she says she needs space,
Yeah.
it means mommy needs to rest.
Mm.
I understand I might not be able to go out like
Yeah.
I want to, but can
Mm.
I have 15 minutes, 1 hour to watch a movie? And it's teaching your children that you
Yeah.
need that space.
Yeah.
And we've made it work. And we are still navigating. Sometimes they still test you, but you
Oh.
need to find time for what matters to you.
Mm. Mm.
And you must have a life outside of yourself. That's
Yeah.
definitely something I've learned the
Outside
most,
of the busyness
outside
and
of
everything.
the hustle and bustle of supporting your
Yeah.
child work. You need to have something that matters
Mm.
to you, that gives you
Mm.
fulfillment outside of your children,
Mm.
because you don't want to now despise that responsibility because you don't have a life.
Mm.
You need to find. There's always that one thing that gives you joy. You might not be able to do
There are
it
a lot
as
of
often.
things.
There are
There are a
lots
lot
of
of
things.
things that would give you joy,
Mm,
joy normally.
mm,
I'm just thinking, right?
mm,
Even at the process of you chasing that purpose,
mm.
right? You're still working.
Yes. Yes.
It's what you like to
What
do,
you like to
but
do.
are you actually resting?
You need to rest.
You're not resting. That's not rest.
That's not
That's
rest.
something you're doing something. I'm going back to what you said that
Yeah.
you need to look for that thing that
Yeah.
gives you joy,
Yeah.
right? But even in the process of looking for that thing that gives you joy, you're still
Yeah.
busy. You're still busy. So you need to look for something off everything to
Yeah.
relax, maybe.
Yeah. Well, for
And
me, I
just
like Nollywood. Sha. I watch Nollywood cracks me up
so
because
it's Nollywood for you.
Nollywood for me because it's entertainment. Very
Like you can always
predictable.
know the
Yeah.
beginning, the end from the beginning, a lot
Yeah.
of times.
Finding something that just
It's so
relaxes
funny.
you.
I have a Ghanaian friend when I was in uni, and once we start watching a movie, then I'll go, "Oh, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen." Then she's like, "Oh, how do you know this? How do you know this?" She should have said, "Oh, it's Nollywood." But anyway, we are
Yeah.
not saying that
No.
they are not smart or
No.
brilliant or intelligent or
They
creative at
recognize
what
it's
they do.
entertainment
Yes,
too.
it's entertainment, and we still appreciate Nollywood.
Yes,
We
please.
appreciate
Yes,
the
please.
creativity in
Yes,
it as
please.
well. Yeah. And how do you stay resilient
Hmm.
in all of this? I mean, it's not all the time that you actually have the successes that you want to see when things don't go the way you really want them to go. How do you keep going? How do you stay motivated? How do you stay resilient?
I think this is where spirituality comes in.
Yeah.
I'm a very practical person, but my faith is a very instrumental part of my resilience.
Mm,
In terms of accepting my children's uniqueness, which is the bedrock to everything that I do,
yeah.
um, one scripture, Genesis 1:31,
Mm,
is really what helps my resilience. It says, and God looked at everything He created, and He said it was good. There's no autism in the Bible, there's no
mm,
neurodivergence.
mm.
Good. So that made me realize that regardless of how my children might be manifesting, their creator says there's something good in them.
Mm.
It's my responsibility to find out that
That
good.
good thing.
That's what drives me. Finding out what is that good thing that their creator put in them. That is their passion, their interest, what people call obsessions,
Mm.
their interest, because I believe that is where their purpose,
Yeah.
that
Right.
is where their independence comes from. So that
They're
resilience
calling.
for me is finding what is that good in them,
Yeah.
nurturing it out
Mm.
so that they can now have something
Yeah.
to build
So
in
it is
life.
that word in the Bible
It is that word in
that
the Bible
keeps you going.
that keeps me
Each time
going.
remember that promise.
Each
Each
time I
time remember
remember,
that statement that all that he created
yes, it's good.
is good.
And the more you meditate on that goodness, you
Yeah.
now begin to be reminded of the peculiarities of each of your child.
Mm.
What makes them stand out? I know what makes my first son stand out.
Yeah.
One of his key strengths is his ability to memorize things, and we've used that.
Mm.
That's his good.
Mm.
His ability to retain information, and that
Information.
translates in how he's able to play the piano so well. But
Oh.
my second son is his problem solving abilities.
Wow.
He will put his toys in a particular place. If it moves a fraction, he will
Mm.
know.
Wow.
That is his good.
Mm.
So it's now we're now trying to uncover how can we
To
use
navigate
that
that
good
to
into what
other
skill
things.
can we get out of it.
Introduce.
And we're beginning to uncover it in that he loves letters. He
Wow.
has taught himself how to read.
Wow.
He's I don't like to use the word obsession,
Obsessed.
but his interest in letters helps
Wow.
him to read.
Wow.
It helps him to spell. He will use the remote to type what he wants. Full phrase, alpha blocks numbers. He will
Wow.
type or whatever it is. Type it on YouTube.
Wow.
That is his good. So we keep
Wow.
uncovering what can we use that good to build into his independence and his purpose.
Awesome. I
That
think
is how resilience is. That
you
is what resilience means
to
to
you.
me.
Wow. Wow. I think you're doing such a brilliant job. I've said this so many times.
We
I've
didn't
said
get
this
here
so
overnight, my sister. It's still a
I've
journey.
I've said
It's
this
a
so many
journey.
times already, but
Yeah.
it's just so amazing how you do all of these things and the way you make it look so effortless. Like,
I hope I don't make it look effortless.
no,
Hey.
I'm not trying to minimize
Yeah.
this whole thing,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is you don't sometimes when you see some
Mm,
people they look
yeah.
so down and you just know that, oh no, this person is struggling, or they need help and all of that. But the way you carry yourself, the way you
It's in seasons.
yeah.
It's in seasons, Funke.
Mm,
That family that might look like they are struggling, give them time. They will
mm,
figure it out. You will figure
mm.
out your rhythm.
I love that.
You
It's
will
in
figure
season.
out your rhythm. It's a season.
Yeah.
And that's why I can empathize with families that are still figuring it out.
Trying to
And
figure
I'm
things
still
out.
figuring it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm still
And can
figuring it
I
out.
just add as well that this is not just for neurodivergent children, even neurotypical. Raising children
Hmm.
generally
It's a
is
work.
a
It's
lot, a
work.
whole lot. It's a whole lot. So anyone that finds themselves in this role is doing, and they are doing it. In fact, sometimes we don't know what we are doing.
Figuring it
A
out.
whole lot of
Try and
times we
error.
make mistakes.
Yeah.
A whole lot of times we make mistakes. Well, we learn on the job,
Mm.
right? I mean, like they would say marriage is the only institution that you go that you get a certificate on the day that you start. And same as parenting, because
Yeah.
the day you have your baby, they are all
Yeah.
doing congratulations, congratulations. You are just going into the job.
Yeah.
And they're saying congratulations, congratulations that you have not even started. So
Yeah.
anyone that find himself in this parenting role is doing a great job,
Yeah.
irrespective of
Give
uh
yourself a pat on the back. You're doing a
absolutely.
good job.
Yeah, we should. And just before, I think this might be the second to the last. It might be the second to the last question, really. So what are your hopes? What are your hopes for neurodivergent children or even neurotypical children? What are your hopes? Or for your let's start from your children first.
um, and I think it ties to what I was saying
Mm,
previously about that good that is in them.
yeah.
Um, my hope for any child, any individual,
Mm,
this purpose, this thing called purpose, is to find that good in them,
yeah.
is to find what they are good at. I've come to realize, as human beings, when you are learning a new skill
Mm,
and you tend to automatically gravitate to the things you are good at. Um, one of the things we do as individuals, when we find that something we are good at something, we spend a lot of time
mm,
nurturing that thing.
yeah.
But we find that when it comes to neurodivergent children, we are focused on what they are not good at.
Mm,
So we need to change that dynamics
yeah.
and focus. Let them spend time. We will navigate the things they are not good at later,
Mm,
but let them hone those skills,
yeah.
because I personally believe that's where their purpose and their independence comes from. Because that's
Absolutely.
what we do as human beings. We hone our skills. Let our neurodivergent children also do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my hope, that we all find that thing they are good at.
Okay.
Let them become better at
Mm,
it, so that they become the best at it.
that's what they do. Awesome. Awesome. It's been a fantastic time here
Thank you for having
today.
me.
Really, it's really been a whole lot of a moment of learning and relearning, and well, in my head, unlearning some things in my head as well. And I hope it's doing the same to our audience as well. So, one final word
Okay.
to parents of neurodivergent children. Um, do you have any one final word for them?
A lot of neurodivergent families um, have to contend with maybe somebody, one of the carers, either having to stay at home and take care of the kids.
Mm,
But one thing I was very intentional about my own journey, everybody's journey is different.
yeah.
I needed to keep my career.
Mm,
I didn't want to. I've already sacrificed a lot of things to support my children.
yeah.
But I felt it was important for me to keep that, because I felt I needed something outside of my children that gives me fulfillment and joy.
Yeah.
and that's being able to still continue to work, being able
Yeah.
to give something in the workplace.
Mm.
So my hope is that every neurodivergent family or
Mm.
parent, or any parent
Yeah.
as well, even parents raising young children, there has to be something that you are doing outside of your children.
Yeah.
We love our children, we do, but there has to be something else.
Yeah.
Find that thing.
We're
You
not being selfish,
you're not
but
being
yeah.
selfish
Yeah.
by prioritizing what
Mm.
matters to you,
Mm.
because you don't want to resent your children because you don't have time. You feel like you're not able to do what you want. There has to be something you're doing
Mm.
outside of them,
Yeah.
so that you can find your joy in that. Then that fuels you to come and now deal with whatever you have to deal with raising your children. And the only other thing I'll say is, don't I want to say this in the best possible way. Don't put your children's future in another man's hands.
Mm.
Teach them at home.
Mm.
Teach them at home. Let every
Mm.
other support they are getting outside of the home
Mm.
complement the support you are giving them.
Mm.
Because you have a high authority over your children.
Mm.
They might listen to you better than the professionals that are
Yeah.
supporting them. By all means, do the therapies,
Yeah.
but also do your own therapy at home to support them.
Mm.
Because knowledge building and skills acquisition, in my own view, starts at home. Have a support system. You said it.
Yeah.
You need a support system. You cannot do it by yourself.
Yeah.
There are still good people out there. There are
Mm.
good people out there willing to learn, willing to support. Find those ones, even if it's one
Yeah.
or two or three.
Mm.
Just have your support system.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much for having me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's been a ride, really. A really
Thank
good
you.
ride. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming.
having me, Funke.
We are, yeah, it's a honor having
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for the awesome job you're
Thank
doing.
you.
And we just pray for a renewed strength on a daily
Amen.
basis
For
for
also,
you. Yes, absolutely, for everyone. But,
amen.
and you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. So are
Thank you.
you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks a lot. God bless.
Thank you.
So we just had a fantastic time with our guest of today. Remember, we said it was meeting a super mom. And as you can tell from everything that she shared, wow, that's all I can say, really. She has shared knowledge on how she is navigating life, even supporting her children who are neurodivergent. I mean, she hasn't just shared on how to support children who are neurodivergent. She has actually shared on how to parent, basically, because I have learned a whole lot from this. And I do hope that you have learned as much as I have. And I hope that you can engage and in this edition of Mates the super mom. Thank you so very much again. I'll see you again next time. Take care.